Thank you guys so much for coming back this week. I have a great video for you today. I'm really excited about this. I feel like I say I'm excited all the time, but it's true. I'm excited about this one. This is something I could have used like 6 months or a year ago, but I finally figured out my toddlers and my whole entire family enough that I know what I can make for dinner and everybody will eat it without complaint. So what I've done for you this week is I've put together an entire week's worth of meal planning, combination of things that I had on hand with things that I had to go to the grocery store for, or actually did carside pickup for, and put together meals for the entire week that our whole family would eat. One caveat is that Thursday night we did do a combination of leftovers and some like easier meals, and then pretty much every Friday we do pizza. So you will see that at the end, but the first 3 days of the week we made actual recipes that everybody enjoyed. So I hope you enjoy this video. If you are new here, please subscribe to my channel and hit the thumbs up button. It really helps new channels like mine grow and reach other people that may benefit from this information. So I hope you enjoy the video. So I learned this from watching Jordan Page. Step one of figuring out your meals for the entire week is to go through and take notes of what you already have. So I start with the freezer. I think technically you're supposed to start with all of the fresh items that need to be used up, but I just go through my freezer and see what protein sources I have because most of those are frozen. Then I go through the refrigerator and see what produce I have that needs to be eaten. And lastly, I go through the pantry and just jot down notes of things that I think would go together into a meal. And then I sit down and look at everything and try to make meals out of what I have and then sprinkle in extra things, and that's where I get my grocery list for the week. So I usually do the meal planning on Saturday, and then we put in an order for online grocery pickup to be picked up on Sunday. Then I have Sunday afternoon to clean all of the produce, cut everything up, get everything prepped for the week. I just try to do as much as I have time for on Sunday and as much things as I can do ahead of time so that there's less that I have to do during the week. We go through an amazing amount of produce every week. Fresh fruit, berries, the kids just love them. That's what they have for snacks as a side for pretty much every meal. So we go through quite a bit of fruit. With the ingredients that I had on hand combined with just a few things that we ended up picking up in our online grocery order, I have dinner for Monday through Friday this whole week. Usually on Fridays we do pizza. That's kind of been our routine. We just kind of play and enjoy hanging out with the kids after we get off work. Sometimes we play golf, and dinner is not really on the forefront of our mind, so having something easy in the freezer like pizza is always nice. So Mondays we both work, and it's not easy to like come home and then get dinner on the table, so I usually try to do something in the Crock-Pot on Mondays. So this week I'm doing a Crock-Pot chicken. It's just gonna be like a Southwestern theme. So what I ended up getting from the grocery store was a couple of cans of green chilies. We have salsa, we have black beans. That's right. So we'll put all of that together in a Crock-Pot and make that for Monday. Tuesday we're doing a cauliflower stir fry. I already had a cauliflower that needed to be used, and we already had ground beef. Wednesday we're doing a shrimp stir fry. Man, I just go to stir. If we don't have a HelloFresh meal, I just make a bunch of stir fries. We have some shrimp in the freezer that we'll use, and then some sweet potatoes and more like a zucchini type stir fry with that. Tuesdays will be more like an Asian stir fry with cauliflower as the rice. So it's like cauliflower fried rice. And then Thursday we will probably have enough food for leftovers. Brad is smoking a pork butt today, so we're gonna have a bunch of leftover pork that we'll probably be eating for lunches. A lot of times our leftovers from dinner we use for lunches the next day, but I'm thinking by Thursday we're gonna have leftovers. So that's gonna be leftover night, and if we don't end up having enough, then we'll just do breakfast for dinner. And then Friday's pizza. So all I really need to prep this week is just some veggies that we'll be using for the stir fries. So I'm just gonna chop those up right now. So this is really all I need to wash and chop up. I'm thinking for one stir fry for one evening, Eloise, for our family, I'm not gonna need that much. So I think I'm gonna actually look up a recipe for like zucchini muffins or something that I can use one of those zucchinis for. That would be delicious. And then maybe one of those squashes we'll throw on the smoker at the last minute so that we can have that with our pork butt tonight. I also have my fruit processor out because I made a dessert with it this weekend. So I'm gonna go ahead and pulse up that cauliflower so that it's ready to go, and I'll just throw it in a Tupperware, and then I can put that whole thing away and not need to get it back out this week. So I feel like somebody who's actually been trained in cooking or culinary arts, whatever you want to call it, is probably going to look at the way I'm doing this and just cringe. I've never really been like formally or properly trained on how to chop up vegetables or anything for that matter. So I just kind of do what feels intuitive to me. I probably should, like, as much as I chop up vegetables, I should probably look into like the proper way to do it. But I just haven't had a whole lot of time. We also are looking at getting some new knives, so if you have a good knife set that you really enjoy, we just want like 2 or 3 really good knives, so let us know what your favorites are in the comments below. That was actually supposed to be Brad's Father's Day gift, but I thought he was going to pick them out and he thought I was going to pick them out, and then I ended up just getting him swim trunks, so we still are on the hunt for some good knives. So I've just very quickly pulsed up that cauliflower into kind of a rice texture, and I'm going to store it in this glass jar until we need it on Tuesday night. So Monday, if you recall, is usually Crock-Pot day. I set all of this stuff out the night before to have it just ready to throw in the Crock-Pot before I went to work on Monday, so that it could just be ready for us at dinner time. Fortunately, we have Carrie at our house on Monday, so I just texted her midway through the day and asked her to stir it. This was sort of a made-up recipe, and I will do my best when that is the case to leave as much of a recipe in the description box for you guys if you would like to make something like this. So this is how that turned out. A little runnier than I wanted it to be. I have the kids separated out, and I just made a quick pot of rice to go with it. Hang on, Eloise.
2 thumbs up? Is it good?
Is it good, Bear? Is it good? Sadly, I had a bunch of clips of me making this stir fry, but I lost them all somehow. So this is all I have. Oh, you're so welcome. That wasn't staged at all. We almost always have frozen shrimp in the freezer. So tonight we're doing a shrimp stir fry. This is also kind of a made up recipe, and I'm starting by just boiling some water and quinoa. That will be the base of our stir fry. And I've had some pre-chopped vegetables in the refrigerator waiting for this moment. And before we went to the pool, I quickly chopped up a sweet potato and an onion, and then we went to the pool, and then when we came back, everything was ready to go together. While we were at the pool, I Googled what a good sauce base would be for a shrimp stir fry and came up with this one here that I'm making. It was absolutely fabulous. It's just soy sauce, garlic, a little bit of brown sugar, some sesame oil, and I think that was it. Just stir it up, and then you pour that into the stir fry after everything's pretty much done cooking, and it just gives everything a ton of flavor. So this is super easy, just kind of a dump and go recipe, and you can hang out with the kids while everything softens and cooks. I look so awkward pouring this so that my armpit's not in your face. And the quinoa is ready. You could also do rice. I just like to use quinoa instead. This is baby Eloise's plate. She's super excited. I just cut everything up pretty small for her and she devoured it. The texture is always a little bit weird for her at first on any new food, or even just like if she hasn't eaten solids for a little while, but she really enjoyed this dinner and I think she ate that entire plate of food, which is amazing for a 9-month-old. And these are the twins' plates. They're 2.5 years old. I just added some blueberries to their plate. This is Brad and I's plates, bowls I guess, and we added avocado to ours. What do you think about your dinner?
Breast milk.
That's not breast milk.
This is breast milk. That's breast milk. This is breast milk. This is breast milk.
I take it you like the dinner.
This is breast milk.
It made you silly.
Good. Hi! So as real life would have it, the family is back home from riding the Wave Runners, so they're going to be in the background of this sign-off. Hi! I hope you can use the new recipes. As I mentioned before, Thursday night we ended up just doing black bean burgers. My kids really like these Morningstar burgers, and then Friday nights we do pizza. So just went the easy route, did an oven pizza. I've actually found a dairy-free pizza that's pretty darn good. And then Saturdays and Sundays are just a free-for-all. So that's gonna wrap up this video. Please hit the thumbs up button, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you next week.